Wow, Spence.
Wow.
Do you have anything to say?
I love your talking to dogs voice.
Oh, my talking to dogs.
please. He's a little
That's just Ethan's
That's also
voice.
Yeah, that's
a
true.
little bit.
Welcome to the podcast, Jarvis. Welcome to the podcast. I bet it's really exciting for you to
it's like
hear.
scary when you do it. You guys have been doing this for too long already.
I mean, that's just kind of our friendship at this point.
My thing is doing impressions of people until they are uncomfortable with it.
Right. And that's when you win.
But it has to be a voice like that. It can't be like I can't like do you.
Right. That's like I can't impersonate Jordan's voice either. He doesn't like I don't. I can't do it.
He's just like,
I
hey,
know.
bruv, how's it going, bruv? How you
It's
doing?
weird, but his dialect of being British is like I feel like I can do 4 British accents and I can't do his.
It
Because
is.
there's so many British accents.
Do one.
Right. Well, now I'm this guy.
That sounds Australian.
That was
Yeah.
Australian. That turned Australian. I've got. I can't. I need a moment. No, I don't know.
Okay, welcome back, everyone, to the Brain League podcast.
Hello.
I got a bubble in my throat right as I said that. That was really weird.
That was me for putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
I've got bubbles.
We got a special guest here today. His
Special?
name is Jarvis J.
Jarvis J. That's me.
Yes, that's you, Jarvis Johnson Gold.
That is
Well,
true.
actually, do you want to be Jarvis Johnson today, or do you want to be Jarvis Johnson Gold?
That's great. You know, I ask myself that every morning when I wake up.
Is that your full legal name?
My full legal name is Jarvis Johnson Gold.
Jarvis Johnson Gold. That would
Yeah.
be so sick.
I don't
then-
get what
yeah.
the gold is from.
It isn't from it. It's like my second channel, but it's from. There's this. I used to talk a lot more about these like content farms, like 5-minute crafts and stuff like that. And one of the many. Okay, so all of those channels, like 5-minute crafts and not Troom, but Bright Side, and there's a bunch of them. They're all under this company called The Soul Publishing. And
That's funny how they're called Soul Publishing and they have no soul.
The
Yeah.
Soul
If
Publishing?
if you go to the Soul Publishing's LinkedIn page, they'll
SOUL?
talk about- Yeah, the Soul Publishing. Like we're publishing the Soul. They're based in like Cyprus or something.
Tax haven.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're based actually in somewhere in Eastern Europe, and they had this channel called 123 Go, where I don't know. It was just like pranking your friends. That's cool. how to sneak snacks into the movie theater.
Yeah. I've seen those.
And their second channel was called 123 Go Gold. And so as a bit, I made the channel Jarvis Johnson Gold, and I stylized it the way that they did it. And I literally stole the like gold from their channel. And then it just like stuck.
I really love it. I think it's really fun.
Yeah, it's
just
great.
Like, it's the premium channel that is still free.
It's still free.
Yeah. It sounds like a stage name.
Yeah.
Jarvis Johnson Gold.
I think my whole name sounds like a stage name, and I didn't realize. I think you're probably getting into this now, but like you both chose internet handles.
Yeah.
And I just like went with my actual name.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels weird now because I've made the change in the rebrand.
Yeah,
With
Crank
pe-
is dead.
Yeah, with people being like,
Stop
what's your
cranking.
channel?
Stop, hey, everybody stop cranking.
Stop cranking my gameplays. There's no gameplays to crank anymore.
Dude, who up cranking their gameplays? Let us know about that.
But it's weird now being like, oh, what's your channel? I'm like, Ethan Nestor. That's weird. It's just
Yeah.
my name.
Yeah.
Have you ever, like, because sometimes I'll say Ethan and people will be like, who? And I'll be like, Crank Gameplay? And they're like, oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, you have like another year to go before
Right.
Yep.
it's Ethan Nestor. Oh, that guy.
That
Yep.
guy, yeah. I hate that guy. That's what they'll
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I miss the old.
Oh, that fucker.
Yeah, Crank. What happened to Crank? That was the real
I missed when he
dude.
cranked it.
Yeah, dude,
Just when he
cranked
cranked
that.
those gameplays.
He
You never
cranked-
even cranked anything.
No.
You didn't even have like a welcome back, everyone, to the channel or
No.
anything like that. You weren't cranking
And also,
anything.
the logo that I had doesn't even have a crank in it. It has a
It's a
gear. It's all
You know,
fucking
I always
bullshit.
assumed that there was like a crank cranking that gear.
You're just a cog in the system. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to communicate.
Yep.
Yep.
But you know, I stole my father's legacy, so it's fine.
Yeah.
That's
We
how I got
all
my name.
steal our father's legacies.
Yeah, but
It's inherited.
I stole the name of the company. I told you that, right?
I'm sure he just stole it from something else.
Probably.
There's there's no such thing as an original thought.
No, no one has them. No
We're
one
making
will.
a podcast.
What's the most original thing you can think of?
Oh man.
Like 3 words that have never been put together before.
Eats own head.
Okay, I think
What?
those might, that's like
That's absolutely
in your search history for sure.
I don't know what I saw. It was like a TV show or a movie or something. And it's like, oh, I've seen everything. It's like, have you seen a man eat his own face? And it's like, no, then you haven't seen everything.
Wow.
It's like what we were just talking about right before we started recording with
Jonathan
Beyond Belief.
Frakes.
Oh yeah, we were
Ever seen a man eat his own face? Not real. Didn't
Ever seen a
happen.
man jump inside an asshole?
Have you?
No,
I mean,
guess.
yeah. Porn
Just like
porn searches only get so far before you have to start getting fun with it.
the premise of that show, Beyond Belief: Fact or Fiction, hosted by Jonathan Frakes, is so interesting because it's a story where you're essentially playing a game where you're watching these tales, these reenacted tales, and you're supposed to guess, did this really happen?
Yeah.
Or did it not actually happen? But the trick is, even when they say it happened, it probably didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because the guy who, like, a lot of the stories are based on the writings of this guy named Robert
Oppenheimer.
yeah, J. Robert Oppenheimer. Named like Robert Traylands. And so I got really into the show and was watching it on the stream all the time. Looked up that guy. Do not look at his bibliography because it's literally like
L. Ron Hubbard shit.
yeah, it's more like who wrote Cthulhu and all this stuff?
Oh,
It was
H.P.
super
Lovecraft.
racist. H.P. Lovecraft. It's more like that because like his writings are like an analysis of the Negro, and like it's like this 60-year-old white dude like writing like eugenics papers and stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's wild.
and he now owns the Soul Company.
Just wild.
It's crazy.
When I started talking about the Soul Publishing, they also did a bunch of these animated channels that I was talking about in like 2019, 2020. And I got scared because people were starting to infiltrate, like they were starting to apply for jobs at the companies. And these companies were doing like predatory things. Like they were going on the Newgrounds forums for like for animators and trying to pay people like super low rates and bad conditions and stuff like that. But sometimes people would be like, oh, I've gone through the interview process. Here's like a link to their internal Google Drive. And I'm like, don't do that. And like, it because then I'm even scared to mention it on this podcast. But like because back when I first started, I think I was less jaded than I am now. So I was really like, where does it come from? Like, who are these people? Yeah. And then you sort of keep peeling back the curtain. And like the creator of the Soul Publishing is like linked to Vladimir Putin.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, never mind.
There's a trail.
There's definitely a video where I did the research and did not include it because I was like, I don't think I need to paint a target on my back.
Yeah.
I actually got a password manager
because of that.
I was like, it's time. Like, because I'd been putting it off, you know? It's like, I need to be way more safe.
Yeah.
Have you ever had your password to your password manager lost? Have you ever forgotten it?
No.
That happened to me once several years ago, and it was horrible. It was so bad because I always used it. I was like, I can't remember because I was trying to make all my shit a bit more secure.
Right.
And then I forgot my master password.
Made it a bit too secure.
Made it a bit too secure, and I had to reset everything, and it was terrible. It's not fun.
It could be worse in that you could be one of those people who lost all their Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because there's like that guy who has like billions of dollars in
Yeah.
Bitcoin and like one more try on the password.
I can't imagine what that is like. The pressure of just like, I only have one more shot, and if I don't do it,
He
then
went to like hypnotherapists and magicians and psychics just to try to get him to like jog his memory of like.
Oh, that was my password. Donut eater.
Yeah, it was
69.
like, eat own head.
I think
69.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that he was trying to like convince hackers to hack into his shit and be like, if you can hack into my Bitcoin wallet, I will like give you a % of it. Like,
If they
please.
hack into it, they own all of it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm confused about, where it's like they could just get the whole thing.
Yeah, that is.
He
he's
sounds like an
desperate.
extraordinarily stupid person.
Yeah, he's also desperate, so I get it. He's like, honestly, I'll do anything for a chance at the billions that I have locked in this hard drive, which is just such a ridiculous concept.
Yeah.
So weird. How does that
I don't.
work?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a reason I haven't invested because I just don't care and don't understand it.
Yeah, and honestly, there's like an arc where now it's smart to have not invested.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a crypto winter going on. I was also never.
You say that as the crypto.com arena is mere 30 minutes away?
Yeah.
No.
Over under on how long the crypto.com arena remains the crypto.com arena.
I mean, they probably bought it for like a term, like a
They
season.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's no way they like I don't know what the term is, but no
They're-
way that it's getting renewed.
No, they're not re-upping that.
No.
Because it was Staples Center.
And it's been Staples Center for a
That's what I'm saying.
really long time.
To the point where I didn't know it was called that because somebody from Staples was like, let's get this.
Yeah.
Which is yeah.
Did they build it or did they just invest in it or did they just get the
I think
name?
it's like a naming rights thing.
Yeah.
Because there's a similar thing that happened with TSM.
Okay.
The gaming team.
Which I actually don't know what TSM stands for.
I was about
It
to say. I
stands
don't
for
know what
Team
that is.
Solo Mid.
Oh.
But doesn't really matter. The thing that I was going to say was FTX had a naming rights deal with them, so they were FTX TSM, TSM FTX for like a year or two, and like every player would have it on their jerseys and stuff, and then everything went belly up with FTX, and then some people were like putting like electric tape on their jerseys to try and like block
It's
it
like,
out.
oh, I ate a jam donut.
Oh,
what do you
know?
know? All over the FTX.
Oh, sorry, my dog just scratched right here.
I think that the crypto.com arena will remain the crypto.com arena short enough that people will still be calling it the Staples Center.
I think you're right.
Yeah, because everyone, like, nobody calls it that. Everyone still calls it the Staples Center.
I just want it to be a Staples Center again.
Yeah.
Saying, like, making your name, it's like, okay, you've got the naming rights for this thing, and you give them a website. I think it seems clever on its surface, but in reality is very silly.
It's also just annoying to say. The crypto.com arena.
Crypto.com
Yeah.
arena.
I guess.
Cash App compound.
Yeah, no, because some of them are really weird. We should look this up.
But the Cash App compound is at least 2 C's. They could have just called it the Crypto Center. Which sounds like diabolical. Like,
The
I
Crypto
just-
Center is wild. Meet me in the Crypto Dome.
The Crypto Dome.
I saw a really great TikTok of this guy like going back in time to meet his former self in high school, and he's like, "Quick, you have to invest in Bitcoin while it's just starting right now." And he's like, "How do I do it?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah, that's the other thing. A guy goes back in time, meets cavemen, and it's like, I'm here to teach you about electricity. He's like, how do I do it? I don't know.
I don't know how they did it.
How do you do electricity? Turns out you need really smart people over a long time to figure this shit out.
If I went back in time, I wouldn't know how to fucking like. There would be no problem with me going back in time because I wouldn't have enough.
There's no butterfly effect.
Yeah, because I'd just be like, I can't tell you how to do
You're the
anything.
I don't even know how to do my job.
Harry, what are you doing down here?
I'm just trying to shave myself, but I don't got anything good to shave with.
Oh, Harry, you should know about your namesake. It's called Harry's. You can get it for yourself. You can shave your face. They got good razors.
I don't even know about it. It's gonna be so expensive to get a good razor though. It's gonna be like 40, 50 quid in it.
Oh, Harry, you stupid twat. The starter set is just $3 for a $13 value kit.
A
Fucking
$13
idiot.
value, but it's just $3.
Yeah, it's 4-blade German engineered razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel and a travel cover as well so you don't nick your fingers.
Oh, that's incredible. Where can I get that from in here?
You can go to aries.com/brain. Now repeat it to me because I'm not sure you're all together.
Aries.com/brain. BRARN.
Yeah, well done, spelling bee, A+.
Thank you so much. Listen, I've heard they've got creams, washes, lotions. Keep your skin healthy and hydrated. Is that true?
It sure is. Keep your face baby smooth like the day you were born without any hair on your face, on your head.
I love that. And I love how sleek and ergonomic the weighted handles look. They look so good in my bathroom. And
Very
in my hand.
very professional looking. Like I said, $13 value for $3. Aries.com/brain.
What's the most popular song of all time? If you went back, like, what's the one song that's like everyone in the world knows the song and it made the most money ever?
So we have to discount Happy Birthday. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
We're talking about an actual original.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be like, well, it has to have lyrics.
Yeah.
Because melody wise, I feel like something like Pac Bill's Canon in D or something, where it's like one of those like musical things that's
all
repeated.
classical music where you know it, but you don't know the name.
Yeah.
Fugue in D minor.
Are we talking about the most widely known song, or are we talking about
I want to know the most successful song.
the
So
most
popularity
successful
and
song?
money.
Probably would be a Michael Jackson song.
I was
Yeah,
going to
'cause
say Michael Jackson.
Thriller's the best-selling album of all time.
So it would probably.
Yeah, but what about Baby Shark?
Great counterpoint.
Yeah.
So
How many
true.
billions of views does that have now?
That's
You know,
true.
Michael Jackson was so influential in music, but nobody did it like Crazy Frog.
I want to hear I want to hear the
Frog.
Michael Jackson Baby Shark.
Baby Shark. I'm sure it's happened. That's
Yeah. Someone's AI made Michael Jackson sings Baby Shark for sure.
but it's not that fun when it's AI
No,
made.
it's not,
Because you know
yeah.
some fucking nerd was just like,
Yeah.
look at this.
it
They,
is real
they
weird.
thought of a YouTube title and then put it into fucking
Yeah.
AI, and then we're like, ha, I'm a genius.
Do you still? Because I always forget that you come from a tech background.
Yeah.
Do you still ever fuck around with like coding and stuff like that?
In bits and pieces. If I have an idea,
I don't know how to
They're
do
called
it.
bits and bytes,
Oh,
Jarvis.
shit. Fuck, I'm so out of the game, dude. Wow.
I was using JavaScript to put in some bits and pieces.
Yeah, it's called JavaScript.
I was about to make that joke. I was like, you should have made Jarvis script.
So like, I made this website. It doesn't matter what the actual thing is, but this is like a real thumbnail. I was afraid, so I get a baby. Like this is a real thumbnail.
Wow.
And so I like downloaded all the thumbnails that, or excuse me, all the titles that they made, and then I did a thing called I'm actually forgetting the name of it. It's like this probabilistic. It's like not AI, but it'll come back to me. Like there's a tech nerd somewhere, something chain. Oh my God.
Blockchain.
Anyway, it's a probabilistic thing where it's like after this word, then there's like a weighted probability that this next word follows it, and then that's how like predictive text and stuff works.
Yeah.
So my dad is a loser, but he died without knowing it. I'm not going to read that one. I'm not going to read this one. I was ashamed of my boyfriend's family. I found a thief in my room, and I am the richest girl at school, and I'm so tired.
There's a thief in your room.
That's so funny.
That's a whole episode right
yeah,
there.
literally. I did though recently try. I was like brainstorming video ideas, and I went into ChatGPT and gave it a list of video ideas that we had like come up with, and then was like, "Give me more like this." And they weren't that. They weren't that imaginative, but they were. Some of them we were like, "This is kind of close."
This is kind of
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, this is getting somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out it's just putting people in a circle and putting money in the title.
Yeah, that's true. I did feed them all Mr. B. We should do that. If
The first self-aware AI is a Jimmy Beast
I was
clone.
going to do it with Mr. Beast titles because you can do the same thing with like Darman or Mr. Beast or anybody with like a bunch of videos. This guy, this
And
guy, me myself. Mine would just be, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen." It's basically that just said in a weird AI voice.
Just moist critical.
I was about to say that was just
the
one
most
of
critical
Charlie's
video that's called like huge drama and it has 9 billion views.
Hey guys,
this is bad.
I don't know if you guys saw this recently, but there's a bad thing that happened on the internet, and a lot of people were really upset about it. A lot of Facebook moms. I came in with like my pair of titties, like a man on 4th of July after he sprung open a bottle of beer. Yeah. By the way, head on over to Moist Global and get yourself a new pair of balls. Whatever. Yeah. That's my comic.
You have a really good Charlie impression.
Dude, I feel like I watched too many Charlie videos. Shout out to Charlie.
Yeah.
Shout out. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Yeah.
I'm stupid and I hate myself.
Facebook mom, troglodyte, slap a few extra inches on your penis.
Good job, Spence.
Sorry to pull the blankets off you first thing in the morning and splash you with the water.
I'm so bad at doing that. He's so good at pulling examples out of.
He's like if predictive text was a human.
For real.
Yeah, he's AI generated for sure.
He's like, solve that Rubik's Cube.
And I'm like, well, where did that even come from?
You can veto this topic if you don't want to talk about it. But before you were talking about the metaverse. When you walked in. I don't know when this will come out.
Oh yeah, no, I can talk about it. I think
3 weeks out.
Yeah, my video comes out at the end of the month, so that's enough time. But no, I'm working on this video on the metaverse where I saw a tweet that was like very sensationalized, and it was like, the metaverse isn't just overhyped, it doesn't exist. This report says that only 38 users signed up to Facebook's Horizon Worlds. It was a sensationalized tweet where they were saying that Mark Zuckerberg's metaverse, which is called, I actually said it earlier, but do you guys know what Mark Zuckerberg's VR world is called?
Is it not the metaverse?
The Zuckerverse. The Zuck Zone.
No, that's why this is like relevant, because this is why nobody uses this fucking thing.
I have not kept up with the metaverse at all since quote unquote launch. Because I saw it and I was like, this looks like PlayStation Home.
It looks like Wii Sports or like where no one has legs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's called Meta Horizon Worlds.
Why? I'm just trying to jump off the back of Animal Crossing.
First of all, so Meta, because it's the name of the company, and they did this whole thing where they did the alphabet thing where they like abstracted the company out and have this like meta thing that oversees everything, because that's the pun, I guess. And then Horizon, not to be confused with like Horizon Forbidden West or like there's already games called Horizon. There's
Facebook Zero Dawn.
Yeah, literally. And then Horizon, and there's no colons, but it feels like there should be colons. Horizon Worlds, because Worlds, VR Worlds. It's like a VR chat competitor. Have you used VR chat?
Yeah.
Like VR chat's basically the metaverse. And Facebook's version is like a super corporatized, terrible version of it.
There's no racial slurs in it.
There's so many racial slurs. It's so bizarre. Like, so for this video, I am basically every day I'm like going in the metaverse. I'm like spending a week in Mark Zuckerberg's metaverse. I'm still trying to figure out the title of it, but one of the first things that happened.
Yeah, saying like I spent a week in Meta Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, you can't say
it's
that.
a lot.
And it's like Ryan Trahan did a video called "I Spent 100 Days in the Metaverse," and I love Ryan Trahan, by the way. But his video, he's not in the metaverse; he's in VR chat. But it's like the best word to use is metaverse for the thumbnail. And so I'm like, I don't want to make even though like I feel like it would be accurate to title my thing I spent a week in the metaverse, it probably feels derivative.
Just say I spent a week in the actual metaverse, parentheses, fuck you, Ryan Trahan.
Yeah. Perfect.
Me like pissing, like Calvin pissing on his like, thumbnail. Yeah. But no. So the first thing you do, it does like a VR tutorial where you're like looking at your hands and blah, 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 figuring out all the motion stuff. And there's a few like shooting games, like little carnival games. And as soon as you finish the tutorial, they kick you out into 3 branching paths. And the paths are action, adventure, or comedy.
Okay.
Those are the three.
Those are
places-
movie genres, but
Yeah, first of all, action adventure is together a movie genre. I cannot tell you the difference between action and adventure. And then and then all I saw, like, they would give you like a little window into the world. And the first mistake that I noticed, other than it like not being that impressive, was that they were kicking you off in the official onboarding to not meta created worlds, but user created worlds.
oh,
And I guess they're sanctioned. And I did learn that there's like a partner program, and there's people whose full-time job it is to build worlds for the metaverse.
that's just Roblox.
Yeah, it is. But it's like it's like this weird, it's like Roblox, but nobody's using it. That's what's so strange about it. And Roblox is doing a VR metaverse, so that's another thing that's going to kill a Horizon Worlds. But
Is
anyway,
it public how many people are actually using it?
they have said that it's hundreds of thousands, and in my mind, there's no fucking way that's true.
Yeah.
Because you can see they curate featured worlds in their little menu. So the action adventure world, they're games. And I don't really think anybody's cracked like entertaining VR games. Everything's got like a gun that like shoots weird. Or you can throw a ball, and it's like
You're
the
staying in
physics
one
are
place.
odd.
The stuff is like moving around you.
Yeah. But then the comedy world, the social experiences are like what seemingly is going to be the thing. That's like what's supposed to be the closest to the real world.
Yeah.
So I looked at the comedy world, and it's called the Soapstone Comedy Club, created by the user. Now, allegedly, Meta Horizon Worlds was 18 plus until April, and then it went 13 to 17. The name of the guy who created the account, which I thought was very funny to see at the end of the tutorial, was unemployed _ alcoholic. And so the first thing you see as like a 13-year-old, if you go into this, is like, oh, I'm going to the comedy club by unemployed alcoholic. and then everything's proximity chat because it's like VR chat.
Yeah.
My first day, I went downstairs at the comedy club, and it was just a bunch of, I was there at 10 a.m. in the morning, and no adults are in the metaverse at 10 a.m. It is only children.
Except
like,
unemployed alcoholics.
yeah, I guess so. But it was just children, and children saying the most naughty things.
Yeah. More or less tame than
was
like a
like-
Modern Warfare 2.
Well, literally,
open world.
I wrote this in my script, so I don't know if this will make it in the script, but it was like people talk about how kids these days wouldn't survive like a COD lobby, but I don't know. Like you should go. You should try the Soapstone Comedy Club at 10 a.m. Those kids are saying the wildest shit.
And that to them is comedy. They just get up and say a slur, and then it's like, now laugh.
Like the one I'm saying in the video, because I truly I feel like I have illegal footage of children saying the darndest things or whatever. And the thing that I feel like I can say in the video is this kid going, here's my joke, women's rights. Get it, guys? It's a joke. Women's rights. It's the worst thing you could possibly imagine.
Jesus.
Wait, so is it basically just that VR comedy game that came out a while back?
Well, that's just this one world.
Okay.
So there's, as Facebook
Are there
would
more
tell-
comedy clubs than
There
more
are
than the
multiple-
Soapstone?
None of them are as prestigious as the Soapstone Comedy
Yeah,
Club.
this one's the only comedy club with prestige. But then there's a number of bars. I went to
for kids.
Yeah, I went to a bar. Listen. I went. So first of all, what does the age gating matter if all the kids are saying slurs? Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, I went to an 18 and plus bar called Gatsby's Bar, and the way they do the age gating is you walk up to a thing, you grab a pole, and then you imagine you've got your controllers in your hand. You move your arms all the way out, and they're measuring your wingspan because a child doesn't have a long enough wingspan.
Dude, some kids are fucking huge.
Yeah, and some adults are tiny.
Danny DeVito walks up and he's like, oh, fuck, I can't
Yeah,
get
you
in.
cannot get into Gatsby's Bar.
How are they doing that? That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, it's so
Which is also weird because if they have a device on your head that can detect how far from the floor you are.
Yeah, but then I'm like, for example, I'm doing it stationary, like because I'm doing it sitting
right.
down. But yeah, it's so odd, and I don't think that they have the tools that they claim they have to moderate, because they're like, it's open to teens now and we can moderate it. But I went to a bowling world after the comedy club, and the first thing I saw was a child who, I shit you not, is just going ball. And I was like, did someone put a VR headset on their actual baby?
Wait, so I understand the comedy club,
Yeah.
and I understand bowling. What do you do at the bar?
You socialize.
Okay,
But
so
let me just real quick tell you about another bowling story. So so after that I was like, I can't talk to this actual infant. And then there was this girl, there's like a lot of these like full size, it's like a iPhone screen, but it's the size of your avatar. And they're like, usually they're portals to other worlds. So like people who create a bunch of worlds will often link to their own worlds. Like the old internet where
Why
you used
didn't
to
they
like
just call it meta portals?
does that sound better to you? I think it's equally bad.
I guess it's still a video game.
yeah, exactly. The meta orange box, you can get all of the meta things. But yeah, this girl was like doing like dances in front of the thing, and I just go, "What are you doing?" And then she goes, "I'm making a TikTok. Want to join?" And I was like, okay. And then I just like do a little dance, and then I go, "Your turn." And then she comes up and she like does her dance, and she goes, "Your turn." And I was like, I have to get out of here.
You're on a fucking watch list somewhere now.
What is going on? But yes, okay. So the bars, though,
because I mean, like when you go to an actual bar, you are not allowed in if you are under 21 because of drinking laws.
Right.
But in this space, obviously, you can't.
it's just adult. Like, okay, so there are a lot of like at 6 p.m. So I went to Gatsby's bar. There's another bar called like Scenic Bar. I want to shout out the actual places. So if anybody in Horizon World, they can say Jarvis sent you.
Do they have like
Jarvis.
Yelp reviews for these places too?
They do. They all have like links to my websites, and there's leaderboards for all the little mini games that they have. But I went to one of the bars and I was like looking around. This had two people in it, and I was just like walking around like looking for the two people. And there were these two guys playing basketball. And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Do you guys enjoy this?" And they were like, "Yeah, it's pretty fun." And I was like, "Do you do anything like what are some other worlds I can check out?" And they're like, "I don't know. I just come here." Okay,
Dude, ball is life.
yeah, I guess so. And then I was like, "Is this always empty, or like what's the best time to come back?" And he's like, "No, like there's actually a lot of people here in the evening." So I came back during the evening. And it was like little cliques of like 4 or 5 people in like groups. Maybe there was like 25 people total. And they're all talking about their lives. It's like people going to a bar after work. But it's just in the metaverse, and it makes it so weird. And I had the worst social anxiety I've ever had in my life because I'm used to feeling invisible in like a video game world.
Yeah.
But I was literally standing there like eavesdropping on someone's conversation. And then they go, "Can we help you?" I was like, I wanted to just unplug from the, like, it's so odd because it just recreates those same social dynamics, but like not in a fun and inviting way.
It's going to be used for like planning stuff now. It's like, yeah, so I put the bomb under the car, and at the break of dawn, can we help you?
So that actually did happen. I was... There's like a part, there's just weird juxtaposition between games, little mini games. Like I cannot stress enough how everything has like a shitty mini game in it. Like everybody's got stupid basketball, like the arcade basketball thing. I swear that's recreated in like 5 different worlds that I see. Because they're just like, we need to give people something to do if they get bored, I guess. Yeah. Someone at the bar that I was at made a parkour course that you like have to go up all these ladders to get to. And so when I was leaving the, I was standing around with a bunch of old British guys talking about old British comedy. like they were talking about like Jimmy Carr's like early years and shit. And I was like, okay, so these guys are kind of aging themselves with all of their references. I was like trying to search up the shows that they were talking about. I was like, this is black and white. What the hell? No. But yeah. So anyway, I I was standing around with them in a group of 5, and then one of them goes, you know you're on mute, mate. And I was like, I gotta go, like, because you can see over your head. Like,
Yeah.
And so I just like walked up the ladder. I was like, I'll go try to do the parkour course. But then a few ladders up, there was 2 people having another conversation in its proximity chat. So now I'm hearing, yeah, I mean, I'm 32 and it's getting close to time to settle down, I think. And then I'm like, oh God, I need to get out of here. This is so uncomfortable. So I start climbing up the ladder again, but I'm nosy. So then I turn around and I'm like sort of sitting at the top of the ladder and like just within proximity chat range. And the woman literally looks up at me and just goes, can I help you?
Ethan, I have a cat.
That's good.
And all he does is piss and shit all over the place. Just everywhere. There's just no way of stopping him. It's so ugly to look at. If only there was a prettier, nicer solution.
Get a dog.
Oh.
Listen, Sean, BB has got to go. You know, he's got to poop. He's got to pee. And you've got to give him some grade A quality litter that is good for him. You know, you can't be giving him shit litter. He doesn't deserve that. He deserves the best, doesn't he? Wouldn't you agree?
I guess so. 100 agree.
No. You know, your cat's healthy. He's happy. And when he's happy, that makes me happy. But since I'm not a mind reader, I can't always know when BB's unwell. You know? And helping...
Fair. You also don't live here, so it's also difficult to figure that out.
I know. But listen, Pretty Litter, the wonderful sponsor for today's show, is an ultra-absorbent crystal that traps odors instantly. No more cat bathroom smell.
Ooh, cat bathroom smell is the worst smell. It makes me go...
Yeah, just like cats.
Whoa, and it says here on this document that's been put in front of me, the Pretty Litter Super Light Crystal Base also minimizes mess and dust. That's good for me because I got allergies. I'm allergic to dust. I got asthma.
And it's great, too, because when they put their little paws in the poop place, they're not just bringing the poop everywhere. All over countertops, all over the wherever BB goes.
That's true. I didn't even know that it changes color to help monitor early signs of potential illness in my cat, including urinary tract infections and kidney issues.
That's kind of... I want to pee on kitty litter to see if I have a UTI.
Can it tell me if I have kidneys?
I don't know. Maybe. Listen, Sean, Pretty Litter can be shipped to your door in a small, lightweight bag. You'll never run out of it. And you don't have to have a huge container of litter taking up space and stinking up the place.
Whoa. And can I get that if I go to prettylitter.com/leak and use code LEAK to save 20% on my first order?
That's right. That's prettylitter.com/leak or use code LEAK, LEAK, to save 20%.
Wow. Thank you, Pretty Litter. You saved my cat's urine.
So before you were saying how you went up to people and you were like, "Are you guys enjoying this at all?" Was there? I don't know how many hours you've spent. Have you already done your week?
I'm like 4-ish days in.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm going to do a full 7-day week or like a work week. I don't really think it matters. I think it's one of the situations.
I think
where,
after a day, you figure it out pretty quick.
Well, I think the thing that I want to get to the point where I'm like kind of torturing myself because
How many hours a day are you spending?
I mean, I think I probably spent like 10 or 15 hours in there, just like kind of in and out because I get queasy. Like you have to really fiddle with the movement settings because if you do natural movement, which would be like everything is smooth and slide, versus like choppy, changing by like 30, turning by 30 degrees and stuff. The first 15 minutes of my first day, I like took off the headset, felt like I was going to throw up, had to buy like Dramamine and shit. And I've done VR before. I've had a VR headset for years. And I just like, there's something unique about how they did Meta Horizon Worlds.
Because the idea of you going up to people like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Well, okay, so literally I had Sam come over, Sandwich, And she was like, I never get sick with VR. I can do it for hours. And I was like, great. Do you want to put your headset on? And then we can like do this together where I'm just watching on the computer screen because I have it mirrored so I can screen record
Yeah.
it. So that way I can recover from like my nausea.
Yeah.
And a few minutes in, she was like, dude, I don't feel so good. And I was like, what are they doing with this that's different than the other apps where it like makes you feel bad?
So with what you're doing, have you found a moment where you're like, this is kind of fun. I kind of like this.
So I don't think it's without value. One of the things I did was I was looking for like adults, and then I found out there was like a senior citizen center in VR for like adults that want to, socialize or whatever, but older adults that want to socialize. And I went there, and it's like for combating loneliness. They have all these like things about their mission on the walls. But I went there and it was completely empty. So I was just like reading this thing about combating loneliness while I'm like alone.
Completely isolated.
Yeah, completely isolated. But then I saw that later that night they had a book club at like 5:30, and they were reading the book Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. And I was like, I read that book in high school. I can go to this book club and talk to these seniors or whatever. And I go at 5:30, and everybody's like, people are starting to show up, and they seem they're having normal conversation. They're talking about the storms. They're talking about the weather in their town or the heat or whatever. But if anything, and I was like, this is a genuine connection that is valuable for these people. But if anything, the platform is getting in the way because poor Barbara accidentally walked over into the pool that's on the resort and she couldn't figure out how to get out of it. And then she's just sitting there. She's going, can you help me? And I'm like, oh my God.
Some like 80-year-old lady in her house.
I know, and then like the world creator or whatever was like sitting over the water, like trying to help Barbara get out of the water, and I was like, "This is so funny," but it feels like church laughter. I feel like I shouldn't be laughing at this. And then they were like, "Oh, are you new here?" And I was like immediately like social anxiety mode because I'm like, there's too few people. I want to like, there's so few people that everyone knows each other like intimately.
Right.
Like the two guys playing basketball, they were like, "Oh, T. Holmes, haven't seen you here in a couple of weeks, buddy. I just got the high score at basketball." And he's like, how'd you do 700 shots? He's like, "Dude, this is all I've been playing." And I'm just like, we live very different lives.
Yeah.
So have you made any friends in Metaverse New Horizons?
People
or
have
whatever it is?
friend requested me.
Okay, but you don't have anybody where like when you hop on, you're like, oh, it's this person.
No, but I do think that I'm starting to. There's people I recognize now, like the guy from basketball.
You sound like a first grader describing like their first day at school, being like, "I got this new friend. He's this basketball guy. I met him at basketball."
Mouth man.
So Tommy from basketball, I went to the bar for kids.
I got an appy too. So it was a long day.
Do they have people making drinks at the bar, or is it
They
just like
do have people behind the bar, but it's like there are limits. You know what I mean? It's a lot of it's like improv. It feels like
Yeah. I mean, that's what VR chat is good at.
yeah,
You just got to let people dress up as like Pikachu and
right. VR chat's
with
got
giant tits.
That's why VR chat has more charm because it like feels like the community of it was homegrown.
Yeah.
Where
it's like someone yelling racial slurs at you, but it's someone dressed as like King Kong,
yeah,
like,
and it's like when
2
a
feet tall.
stormtrooper does it, or when it's like R2D2. You're like, this is kind of cute. Like when Pickle
Yells
Rick
a racial slur and then goes,
yeah, when Pickle Rick is the guy being sexist, you're like, but he's Pickle Rick.
it's the
He
funniest
turned
shit I've
himself
ever
into a
seen.
pickle. It's pretty crazy.
how much role play is there?
Because
I feel like
How
in
much
VR chat,
BDSM is there in the metaverse?
I did search for things like I searched for 18 plus because they are trying to do this thing where they're like, I don't really know if there's tools to age gate other than that arm thing that I saw one bar.
Yeah.
But
such a weird way to do it.
I know, but I was looking for adults because it was really creeping me out how many children there were everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I searched for XXX. I searched for porn. There's definitely a lot of terms. I searched for NSFW just to see, and they have for sure blacklisted those terms.
Yeah.
Because it just immediately goes, this is return no results. And then there are some worlds that would be like XXX, adults only, whatever. And I went, and it was like an empty, like default looking world. And I was like, they nuked this. This was somebody did something here, and they like nuked this and made this look.
Because I did that in. They used to have. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like go to a movie theater and like hang out with people, and that was when the
big screen.
Yeah, I think it was called Big Screen.
Well, that's at least the one I know on Oculus where you just watch stuff. And
Yeah.
And the reason I know about it is because at basketball, I asked one of the guys, I was like, what other world should I try out? And
I love that you just said at basketball.
at basketball. You guys know. At basketball at Gatsby's bar. The guy, I was like, do you do anything else? And he was like, no, I play a lot of big screen. And so and he was like, do you know what that is? And I was like, no, because I thought he was talking about a world inside of the thing, and he was just telling me this other game he plays on his Oculus. And so I was like, oh, you really just come to Gatsby's bar and you do other stuff.
Yeah, because I tried big screen for a while, and I was like, oh, sit down. And they were like playing like full movies. And I was like, well, this is all going to get taken down eventually because you can't do that. And then there was just full on like porn watch parties happening in it. And I was like, there's no way that's happening. And I went in, and there was like 6 other guys all sitting on a couch like this in a semicircle, and there was just porn on the TV. And I was just sitting there like looking around, and they were all just like staring straight at the screen.
Wow.
And then they were just sitting there, and then they finished, and they were like, "You guys want to go play basketball?"
You guys want to hit Gatsby's?
Gatsby's? Yeah.
So weird.
That is crazy. Oh, I was gonna say something about that. But
Yeah, so I just jerked off, finished, and left.
Yeah, fair.
And if the video does well, I wouldn't be against trying any other weird things in VR, because there's some really groundbreaking content being made in VR chat. Like I've seen like interviews, like man on the street interviews in VR chat, where it's like someone interviewing Kermit about bullying, and it's like the most heart-wrenching thing you've ever seen in your life.
That's so brilliant, though.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
amazing. But like I don't think anything like that can possibly come out of Horizon Worlds, which is, it's a mouthful. I hate saying Horizon Worlds.
It's just too restrictive. It doesn't let people do what they want.
Yeah, and the default avatar looks like Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh,
It's really weird.
Even Mark doesn't want to look like Mark.
so what I was gonna ask was, because I feel like VR chat is, and I haven't done a lot of VR chat, but it seems like there's like a lot of like role play that happens, like people just like pretending to be Kermit or whatever.
Yeah.
And do you see a lot of that in there, or is it mostly just people being?
You don't have Uganda Knuckles coming up to you?
No, that's the thing. It's like as you know, as sideways as that stuff can go in VR chat, that is a lot of VR chat's charm, and it also allows the what's the word? The kind of extreme memality is balanced by like extreme sincerity, because like I was saying, there's these. I cannot remember the name of the channel, but if you look up like Kermit being interviewed about bullying, it's like the story of this like 15-year-old kid who has like a rough relationship with his dad. And it's like the most heart-wrenching thing where everybody cried. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's literally just like a guy sitting on a bench in like a hub world talking to Kermit.
Everyone liked that.
Everyone like that. But in VR chat, it's like, I don't want to say this like derogatorily, but it's very much the Facebook crowd.
Yeah.
It feels like they have acquired users by force.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Because
Actually,
they spent. I need to look this up for the video, but the current number that I have down is that Zuck spent like $10 billion on this product,
Which has to be a lie. It's just to kind of like build up the premium.
I think a lot of it's R&D and stuff too, where like I don't think that's going directly into the product.
It's like for the headsets and
Yeah,
tech around
and
that,
for
and the tracking.
It's for like research into like how to turn this into a consumer viable product, because they know it's not there yet.
And building like UX design and
Like there's probably 3 times the team doing stuff that isn't user facing, because they're trying to path the future of VR. But I don't remember if I said this, but I went to the top 20 worlds of the day, and I counted the users, and it was less than 1,000. And I thought that was
Half of them were at Gatsby's.
Yeah, truly.
Ethan, where are you? Ethan! Oh, I can't find you. You must be using some new way of not being found on the internet.
Listen, I know that I can trust you, but I can't
Who's talking?
I can't trust everyone, Sean, okay? People are trying to hack into my system. They're trying to get my data. They're trying to get my information. They're trying to steal my identity and become... The call is coming from inside the house. But I won't let them, will I? No! So I protect myself, much like having sex. I always like to stay safe and protected. And NordVPN is here to help. They're like a condom for your computer.
Oh, you never know what's going to be out there on the internet. If you want to go out there and be safe and not have pesky little people finding your IP address in the pod, then you need NordVPN. But it's not just for that. You can get all this other stuff. There's stores out there that have all this streaming content like sports events, TV shows, films. And you don't even know about them because they're in a different country only. You can use NordVPN. Click, whoop! Now I'm in Japan. I'm watching anime.
That's right. Or, look at me. Now I'm in the UK. I'm in Sean's house. And I can watch Love Island UK wherever I want to. You're in silly. My house? You stupid bitch. I'm not actually there. It just seems like I'm there because of their
NordVPN, service. You've done it again.
They've done it again.
And you go out into public, you go, oh, I'll hit up this store. I'm going to get on their Wi-Fi. Stinky brain moron! You can't do that because you're unprotected because it's public Wi-Fi. Stick on Nord first.
You have no idea how easy it is to ruin your life through public Wi-Fi. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. But with NordVPN, they'll keep you protected. And it's wonderful because one account can be used on up to 6 devices.
6? That's way more than one. NordVPN's new offer and discount starts on the 8th of August until the 12th of September. The special offer gives users 68% off plus 3 months extra for free for the 2-year plan. That's a great deal.
That's a wonderful deal if I've ever heard one. Listen, if you want to grab the huge discount off NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/brain. That's nordvpn.com/brain. It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Plus, you'll receive 3 extra months for free. The link is in the episode description box.
Stop being silly. Wrap your willy with NordVPN.
I love sex.
It was bizarre. I was like, this just isn't sustainable.
Yeah.
And then I went to somebody's, what was it? It was like, I don't want to shit on like a creator who's like making a living doing this, but
dude, you can talk about Ninja all you want.
I'm just saying he peaked in the Fortnite games, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, everybody, back me up on bullying this young, small creator.
That was so sad seeing that.
Right?
That was so sad. If those of you listening at home aren't aware, Ninja recently on a stream was just like talking shit about somebody because because they don't have as many viewers as they used to.
What's funny is that in that clip, he's like, Ronaldo peaked in Fortnite, and Cloaksy on the side is kind of like, you can hear him say like, we peaked in Fortnite.
Yeah, I think Tim the Tatman is with him or something, and it's like we all like. It's like,
what are you talking about?
Acknowledge that was a big peak for
anyone that did Fortnite peaked with Fortnite.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like, I mean, he's still wildly successful, but Ninja, I think, is one to talk about falling off because he was like on the cover of whatever magazine. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Was it the cover of Time? It was like, please no. It was what
Rolling
magazine
Stone?
was it?
I don't know.
I can't remember. He was on the cover of some magazine, first gamer ever. Like, he was doing all of this stuff, and now he's just back to like normal streaming, which is fine. But he was like a household name
Yeah, but then
for a
also,
bit, and then he's not really doing anything.
was it Ronaldo, the name of the creator? He was so that creator called, like, sort of had a response where he was like, look, the creator's still young as hell too, I think, right?
Yeah, I think he's early 20s or maybe even younger than that.
And he was like, look, like, we didn't all sell out for a bag, and like you clearly sold out your community for the money. And I was watching like Hassan or somebody talking about this, and it's like there's nothing wrong with deciding to prioritize your family and creating like generational wealth for your family.
Yeah.
But it's to take the extra step and shame someone for not taking the steps that you took.
Well, it's that idea that maybe this is just like a really American thing, but it's that idea that like you are defined by like the successes, but especially with how much wealth you have. And I'm like, I guess that's like a worldwide thing, but it feels like especially egregious here that people are like, I'm as relevant as ever because I have so much money.
Yeah, it was so weird that ninja thing.
Just made me sad.
Yeah.
Like every time something like that happens, I'm like, and like we were just saying, he's not really like the face of gaming anymore. But at
You
the
were
time,
at one point. You could have done so much for that scene.
and it just made me upset because like the more stuff that Ninja did of like not doing stuff with women because he's like, I can't make anything with women because people are gonna think that I'm cheating on my wife.
Oh yeah, that's
and it's just
wild.
like
Who fucking cares?
yeah, and it's just like it made me so upset being like, man, I hate that you're kind of representative of this community.
Yeah.
It really sucks.
He's kind of like become such a punchline now, and I can't say it's not at least partially his own doing. You know?
Yeah. I feel a little bad for it because I get if you get like a shit ton of people being like you fall off, you're useless, and that like your barriers go up, you have to defend yourself, and that impetus to want to do that is so strong. Especially when we're all kind of like in this space, we're all like at least a little ego driven or like a little narcissistic.
To even do this job. Yeah.
You kind of want the attention, but then it's like if it turns on you, it's like, what do I do? Either accept that I suck or I just defend myself.
With that specific clip, because I only saw what he was saying, was Ninja like getting shit said about him before in
They
that
were just
clip, and
really
so-
drunk, and he was like, I think it was because he was on Tim's stream. I think he was just trying to go the extra mile to be funny and be edgy and go like a little overboard, and then he just had too much, and then
because I think
his mind just started like his mouth started talking faster than his brain could keep up.
Right, because the person Ronaldo, he just said hi in the chat, as far as I know.
Yeah,
which is kind of a wild like thing to come at him with. But yeah, I think it's like
just hanging out with the boys, trying to
hanging out with the boys, trying to be funny, going the wrong direction.
You can hang out with the boys and not be an asshole.
Yeah, and it's also like Tim and Cloaks here. There, it's like you can also say something and be like, "Dude, shut up."
Yeah. It's just
not fun.
We've all had that friend. At some point.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like, especially the friend who, I mean, you guys have had friends who just get too drunk and then need to be like, everyone needs to like rally the troops to like take care of them.
Yeah. I've been that person before.
But just like also kind of running your mouth. It's like,
and it's like, I remember being, well, Ninja's older than this, but I remember being in my early 20s and being outspoken was like my drunken thing.
Yeah.
Like I never said anything like horrible, but it's you go like that one extra step where it's like I'm funnier than everyone else. So I get where it comes from, but it's like you're older, you're a multi-millionaire. You should be a little.
I know. A
little quicker to cut yourself off.
It's like as empathetic as I would be if this was a creator in like not the position that Ninja's in. He's had so many of these that I'm like, okay, buddy. Like he had the thing where because his whole thing now has become like dunking on people with how much money he has. And there's that quote of where he said like, I'm gonna call the bank and foreclose on your house. I'm gonna call the bank that you have your house. It was like this weird comment where I'm like, dude.
It's like instead of being able to actually have a comeback, it's like I'm just gonna throw money at you to show how much better I am.
But
He has a braless wife that brings him sandwiches, dude. That's
And-
fucking sick.
And honestly, I can't hold a candle to that. Nobody in Gatsby's.
Where's your
can.
braless wife?
Yeah, dude.
All you got are fucking b-ball boys down at Gatsby's.
Nobody in
Dude, where is she?
They could all not be wearing bras on VR. You'd never know.
That's true. I do notice like bar politics happening at these VR chat bars where like
Well, they're like, oh man, this new management is fucking
etiquette.
awful.
I was just thinking about like it'll be like a little lady avatar and everybody's like, ooh, she's turning heads or whatever. like sort of
She's a real head turner.
she walks by and by head turning, everybody goes
Everyone starts like teleporting behind her. Oh man, I would love to know how many people are doing VR chat or meta bullshit and they're all butt naked. They're all
yeah.
just
Oh,
sitting.
man.
Or how many people are just having a conversation to you, stroking it? They're like, that's how they get off.
Probably a lot of people.
Yeah, they're just hanging out and they're just like,
Oh,
hey, so how
yeah.
was your day? And they're just going at it, but they're so good at keeping it hidden.
like frickin' the CNN guy.
CNN guy.
Tucker Carlson.
No, his it was
I don't know anyone.
he's kind of I think he's an older and esteemed CNN like co-contributor, but he thought he was hidden on a Zoom meeting, and he like Jeffrey Toobin, yeah, is his name, but Jeffrey was tugging his tube a little bit.
Jeffrey B. Toobin.
Jeffrey B. Toobin a little bit, and he got found out while he was like on a Zoom call with coworkers jerking it, and he got fired from CNN, obviously, but
Yeah.
Damn. You know what they say, you miss every shot you don't take.
it's true.
You miss every back shot you don't take.
Yeah.
But yeah, there has to be
So
people.
I get that because basketball reference.
Yeah. There has to be people in VR chat who are just like big 6'5" dudes in their underwear just chilling.
Yeah, that was me, except for 6'1", and I was also wearing clothes.
Lord it over us, why don't you?
We're a couple of short kings over here, and
I didn't
we're
even think about that. Damn.
we're proud.
Sorry.
I'm an average king.
I didn't even. Yeah, I've never considered your height once, and I don't really think about your height either.
I don't really think about you at all.
I don't really think about you ever.
I just generally think you're small because of your personality.
Yeah.
No,
Thanks.
Thank you, Jarvis. Appreciate it. Appreciate it a
I
lot.
love you, little tiny men.
Finally, someone said it. That's why my dad never said it, because he was like, God, you're so fucking short.
Oh God, I can't even see you.
God, if only my love for you was as big as you are.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for when the metaverse starts to expand and Gatsby's gets a little line.
Gets franchised in real life.
There's so many.
The thought of people standing in line for a
I love how it's
virtual
called
bar.
Gatsby's as well. Like all the 10-year-olds at fucking 10 a.m. is like, we don't understand why it's called that.
I feel like there's a lot of false promises with Zuckerberg's metaverse. One being the fact that you don't have legs in Meta Horizon Worlds, and there was a big controversy about it.
Did he promise legs?
He did 9 months ago. Listen to this. This is so silly. So you're just torsos, right? You're just floating torsos,
Right.
And everybody was clowning about.
Sorry, the
fact
way
that-
that you said he promised legs, like he's campaigning.
No, okay. So this became a controversy. It was like Leggate, where you didn't have legs in Meta Horizon Worlds, and everybody's floating around. And then Mark Zuckerberg comes out with a video where it's his avatar in Meta Horizon, and he's lifting up his legs, and he's like, "You're getting legs in Meta Horizon Worlds." And that was done with motion capture, and it wasn't real. And it's been 9 months since that, and you still don't have legs. And
You
it's
haven't birthed legs.
it's absurd.
I want to see the announcement where it's like, we have a new update, and he like stands up, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, like that Oppenheimer Einstein meme.
But that's like actually what the video was like, where they like hyped it up. So silly.
Oh man.
Well, I really hope the leg update comes soon.
Yeah. Until then, I'm just floating around.
Just floating around. Does it feel like PlayStation Home though? Did you ever play
I never
PlayStation
played
Home?
PlayStation Home.
You don't play PlayStation Home, you experience it.
Right.
You
Okay.
live it.
It's like that in Second Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. it just feels inferior to these metaverses like Second Life. Second Life was like one of the first metaverses, if not the first.
Yeah.
And it just feels so inferior to that.
I mean, technically, they're like World of Warcraft is a metaverse.
Yeah.
All of that shit is.
Yeah. There is a worse metaverse that I decided not to investigate for this one video because in the original tweet, there was a metaverse that allegedly had 38 users, active users. And what that metaverse actually was this crypto-based metaverse.
Crypto-based.
Yeah, sorry, crypto, based universe called Decentraland. Get it? Because decentralized.
I get it.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Yeah. And it's one of those where you, I guess, buy real stuff. And I joined it as a guest because the other option was signing it with my crypto wallet.
You didn't have your Costco membership card?
Yeah, I didn't have my my Coinbase wallet key, like my hash code available at the time. And I walked around and there was like billboards for like 2 Chainz sunglasses. And I think you can like buy those with real money and then you get like his like glasses in the game.
I mean, isn't that the thing that everyone's going around? You've probably gotten offers for like, build your own metaverse world and we can like put your merch in it and your coffee can go in it. And then people can walk up and just buy it then and there. And I'm like, you can also just go to the website.
There's there's digital real estate as well.
Yeah.
And there's like a project called Earth 2.
No. It's in Minecraft.
Yeah. Basically, where you like literally like I think it may have failed at this.
No.
Yeah. I think
you say that with disdain.
We're on to Earth 3 now. But I do think yeah, okay. So it would use Google Maps and you'd be able to like select like plots of land and like buy them. But like they didn't have any like there was no licensing or ownership of those things, obviously. So you weren't actually buying anything.
It's like buying a star.
It's like buying the plot in the moon.
It's like buying a star from a guy on the corner who says, "That's your star. Yeah. I promise. Here's a
picture of it."
Yeah.
I when the metaverse first started like becoming more of a thing, I remember them promoting a bunch like shopping in the metaverse, which I don't understand why they promoted that so much and why anybody would be drawn to that because it's like it's not convenient. Like if I'm gonna online shop, I'll just do it on my phone.
The whole reason that stuff got popular is because they were trying to empower people to make money off of it.
Yeah.
It's just a giant pyramid scheme where it's like you can make your own store and then you can make money through that. And if it's within this giant world, then people might stop by.
And then someone's supposed to go, an opportunity to make money.
Yeah.
But it's a solution in search of a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's currently a thing where I think they offer microtransactions in the metaverse. I realized that because it's connected to Facebook, my credit card was already like linked. Ooh. And I like pressed a button on some microtransaction and it was just to donate to some like virtual meditation thing. Oh, I tried to meditate in the metaverse.
How did that go?
Meditate.
Yeah, I tried to. It went bad because
you're just like sitting there in peace, just hearing slurs.
Do you think that's Andrew Tate's metaverse name is Meditate?
Oh, damn, that'd be sick.
What color is your Meta Bugatti? What else does he say?
That I hate women and I'm a fucking moron.
Ball of water.
Yeah.
Bottle of water. I got like a weird hybrid accent.
That's a really good Andrew Tate.
Wow. Yeah, but it's bad. Isn't that bad that that's like a good accent that I can do? It started as a joke.
It is
like in my car.
Good.
So did he.
And
continued.
I don't know where he's from.
He's
jail.
Yes. He was born in America, but then he was raised in Britain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so then he has this like weird hybrid accent.
Huh.
That explains it.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to go meditate, but then there's somebody who does guided meditations live, and so you have to be there. There's so many events that you just have to be somewhere at a specific time, and like otherwise nothing is happening. And so I was like, I'm not going to be here for I've missed the meditation because it's not happening this week or something like that. But then there was like a VOD version of it, or like a place where I could go to like meditate on my own. So I went into this world, and it's like I'm on an island. It's like supposed to be peaceful and stuff. And I went to this altar that had this
Good start.
yeah, that had this like little like slab of wood with like a play button on it, and then I played it, and it was like, welcome to the welcome to the mindfulness exercise. And I was like, okay, cool. And so it's like, you can take this with you and meditate anywhere you want. And it said 0 out of 21, and I guess it was like 21 tracks on the thing. And then I like went and I sat down. I was already fucking sitting down. I just went somewhere else. I was like, and then I like hit the play button, and then I closed my eyes, and it was like, take a deep breath and listen to the water and the crickets. And I'm like, I'm not hearing any water. I am hearing some bugs or whatever. And then it keeps talking, and then it stops. And then I thought, because I've done guided meditation before, I thought that it was just a moment where I was supposed to be
giving you like 2 minutes
space. Yeah. And then I just sat there, and then I realized I had to hit play again to go to the next track. So it was defeating the purpose of meditating because I had to be like, yes.
It feels like one of those like Zoom classrooms that kids were doing. Could you imagine? It's like my girlfriend goes on the Peloton bike all the time, and they have those classes where you can actually like go and they'll like read your name or see like regular people. And one time she was doing it, and it was like, oh, good to see you, like whatever. Oh, Joe Mama, really good to see you. I just didn't get it. But I feel like any of that stuff is so ripe for like shitting on it and like making fun of it, like kids would do on Zoom. Imagine being in a place where everyone's meditating.
Mike
it's like
talk.
like, close your eyes. Now we're going to meditate, and everyone in VR closes their eyes, and you just move your character like right up next to it, and they all open it. He's like, "What are you doing? Please go back to your space."
There was. Just remembering things. So I went to I keep going back to the comedy club because it's a good like kind of anchor for like the video.
Because you have a problem now.
Yeah, I'm addicted. And so there's this little fire section where, what's that thing called where it's like the ground goes lower? It's like a
conversation pit.
Yes, conversation pit. That's actually it. It was like a thing in like the 70s, I feel. Yeah. There's a little conversation pit, but then and people were sitting around. There's like 8 people, and
huge. That's massive turnout.
No, this is the whole like my whole video. I'm like, there's no one using this. These numbers are so small, and then I will get caught up in the moment and go like, oh, there was 8 people, right? $10 billion. You know what I mean? Like, there's supposed to be hundreds of thousands of users. I found 8 of them. You know what I mean? So. But they're doing a not a drum circle, but like someone's playing music, and like they're strumming their guitar and they're singing. So you can
just
like
having a little jam session.
Having a little jam sesh. And then a kid comes over, a bunch of adults. These are all adults for sure. And a kid comes over and he goes, "Can I sing?" and then they're like, and then he's like, "What's the how does this song?" The little baby song go or whatever. It's like some rap song, and then he's like, the cat and the hat, but that was that. Anyway, bitch, and then he just like, and then the kid just like zips away, and then everybody else was just like, okay, back to the folk music that we were playing.
That was like my thing with VR chat. It was like I tried it. It was like right before the Uganda Knuckles thing kicked in, so it was like the meme had just started. I was like, okay, I'll try and like make a video on this. Obviously couldn't upload the video because I would have to censor like 90% of it. And then it would just be like standing around, and some people started to recognize me and like hear the voice, and then they would all like crowd around, and then somebody would just come sprinting through, just like yelling shit, and they're gone. And it's so funny. It's all like stuff you can't say out loud.
That's the thing. Yeah. There's so many things where I'm like, I need to figure out a way to reenact this or to use like text to speech. But then like after the podcast, I'll tell you, I've got like a brand deal on it where I like feel like I need to be extra family friendly.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just I was in one time I found a community helper, community moderator type person, and someone tried doing that, and the kid was like, "Who are you?" And then they were like, "Oh, hi, I'm the community moderator." And they went, "Ah!" And then they just like ran away. And then they were screaming at the top of their lungs, like clipping the mic. And then the community moderator like kicked them from the server.
So
It
funny.
was like, so because they were like running away so that they like wouldn't have their name or something.
Jesus.
Man, I can't wait to hop into the metaverse now.
We should all do it. It could be fun.
Yeah, I'll hop in.
There's so much potential for it, which is sad.
I agree. I just don't think Facebook will be the one to do it.
No.
I hope not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you need unlimited freedom to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
As soon as like porn takes over, then it really like starts to catch ground.
Yeah.
It's just like giant swingers parties in VR.
Whoa.
Put your keys in the virtual bowl. Who are you logging off with tonight?
You thought about this. I like the idea that you need like a very expensive peripheral. It's like that's like got a lot more articulation.
It's like, I just want to jerk off.
Yeah,
That's all I want to do.
Yep.
I
What's
just feel
that
like
Black
that's
Mirror
all the
episode?
metaverse really is just
A
in my
vehicle
mind, it's
to
just all
jerk off.
naked people. I don't know why. It's just always people going in and jerking off. I'm like trying to think of worst case scenario.
I do think that there are more normies in Horizon Worlds than you're thinking of, because I think you've been tainted by like Ugandan Knuckles.
If they've joined it, they're not normal.
their clothes come off as soon as they sign up.
You're only in it to make a video on it.
True. No, but that's why it's so interesting to talk to the people who are just there, like the regulars.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's in a way inspiring. In like when you like go to another country and like experience another
Right.
culture and go, oh, there's different ways to live and be happy.
Well, that's what I mean. There's so much potential in it to have like full avatars and then be like, now we're going to take a tour around a virtual museum
Right.
and teach you something.
Yeah.
Or like, here we're doing a grief counseling session
Right,
in,
right.
in a group. It's like there's so much like potential to do stuff for people who don't want to go outside their house.
What a weird thought. And like, it would be good and productive, but like an AA meeting in the metaverse.
Yeah.
They're
like,
you know,
it's
they
just
have,
wild to think about.
They do have those like worlds, and I don't
Yeah.
want to like poo-poo that concept.
No.
I think it's all execution. You know,
Yeah.
I just want to point
As a
out
kid
that
runs through and just goes,
that's what I'm saying.
bitch.
Yeah, there's no protections to prevent against.
Yeah.
yeah.
It needs to see your face. Wait till the Apple one comes out. Then we're all just going to be pinch zooming and being like,
that. Yeah.
here we go.
We talked about this shortly after that was announced. I still am like, I feel like maybe I'll get it and won't actually use it, but I want that to be really cool. I don't know how good it will be,
Probably
and I
not
don't
very-
know what I would even use it for other than like watching a movie on a plane, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, the Apple is taking steps that Facebook is not, because Facebook is trying to both build the platform and the hardware.
Yeah.
And Apple is like, we are going to build the hardware, and you like kind of iPhone app store style, you're going to build the apps.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of why, so it'll be interesting to see. It could be that it becomes the like de facto thing, but then the community that comes out of it is going to be super rich, because it's like you're going to have to be extremely wealthy to buy that thing. It's like $4,000 or something.
I mean,
Yeah.
PlayStation tried to get into VR and they released a new headset and it's already dead and no one cares.
Yeah, they did PSVR 2 in sometime in the last year, right?
And they launch a couple of games and then no one buys any of it. And then they're like, we're not putting any more money into that.
And then Mark Zuckerberg says $1 more billion, like he's gambling
Yeah.
at like the poker table.
Yeah.
Is there a new, other than the, because it's, are you doing it through the Meta Quest?
I am, yeah.
Are they doing more headsets currently? Or
Yeah, I
is it
think they
just
announced
that?
the new Meta Quest.
There's-
They announced that they're killing the Pro version.
Oh, they
did
are killing the Pro.
Yeah, and then they were going to do a second one, and then they're like, no one cares, no one bought it.
Oh yeah, the one that's like $1,000.
Because that was the one supposed to be for the metaverse. That was supposed to be like a better peripheral. It's lighter.
Yeah.
But there's a ton of other companies doing them, but they're not doing them for games. They're doing them for like were like 3D modeling cars and like doing surgeries and all that kind of shit.
Right. That kind of stuff, I think, has legs, no pun intended, because
Mark will never give us
World still does
It actually doesn't.
But like, I think that sort of thing, like if you can get really good at doing VR surgery and having it be 1-to-1,
Yeah.
then like before you have to operate on a real person, you've already had a lot of practice.
Yeah.
That's feels like practical, you know?
I want to get in and do like VR root canals. I just had one done like 2 days ago.
How was that?
It was fine. I didn't feel a single thing.
That's the thing. People really make a lot of, at least when I was younger, a lot of humdrum about root canals.
Yeah, because I
Drum.
had it done in 2 stages. One was to like get rid of the infection in the cavity and everything and like fill that up. And they're like, okay, we'll put the posts and everything in next time and do all the nerves and whatever. And I got that done. And I was like, I'm fascinated how it works, but I'm not going to look it up until I have it done so I don't freak myself out.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I was like waiting for my Uber and I was like watching TikToks and videos about it. And all the comments were like, I got this done. It hurts so much. And I was like,
That's what I've heard.
I
Is
was
that
like,
it
you
hurts
a
really bad.
shit dentist.
I had some weird thing happen where I had to get a root canal like a long time ago. And I just remember being so scared about it.
Yeah.
And then it being totally fine. And I was like, why was I getting in my head about it? It's because everyone says it's the worst thing you'll ever experience. Yeah.
But I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
The worst part was having to have my mouth open for like an hour. And that was it. My jaws got tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
was
happened
it.
to me, yeah.
My teeth are perfectly fine right now. I went in the other day and they said no cavities. Keep it up. Have you been flossing? And I said no. I didn't lie. Do you guys floss? Be honest.
Yeah.
I do.
I should do it.
I do because
don't.
I have to. Because every time they ask me and I want to say yes because they get so passive aggressive.
You get really
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not, because I floss, but then I'm like, I also have like a water pick, and so sometimes I don't do
just
both.
at home.
Yeah,
That's fun. I wanna
yeah,
get
it's good. But they're like, do both, and I'm like, both?
Yeah.
That's so much. Can I just regular floss?
Because I went and had like an old filling replaced, and they were like, you should be doing the interdental flossing brushes as well, because the other floss doesn't really like stimulate your gum and
yeah,
get rid of like the inflammation as much.
Yeah, I have those little brushes, guys, that you can stick in between your teeth.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yeah, you should be flossing.
I should be flossing.
This is an intervention.
I like how you turned to us to be like, do you do it? Be honest. And we went, yeah. And you were like,
Do you guys wipe your ass? Be honest.
are you a back to fronter? Come
They always
on.
ask me when I wipe my ass, and I say,
Are you back
no.
to front or front to back?
Front to back.
Front to back, right?
front to back?
Now
you-
here's
you
a
go-
different question.
Hold on.
You don't go like this. Whoa, shit in my balls.
No, I remember. Yeah, no, front to back. Yeah, that makes sense. There was like,
I've never thought about that.
I do say that though. I go, whoa, shit in my balls. Those are words that I've never said before.
There's an original one for you.
yeah.
Whoa, shit my balls.
It's a command.
Do you guys fold or do you crumple?
I think I crumple.
Under pressure, I fold. Real quick.
At the poker table, I fold.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like with toilet paper.
Like toilet paper, yeah.
Oh, fold.
Fold?
Fold? You take the time to fold?
You do like a little origami swan before you like go for it?
Well, I mean, like take it off and like fold it over itself and then go.
Oh yeah, but I kind of do a little. I kind of go, and then I've got like.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got like a little crumple situation.
Yeah. I just take, like, I go. And then I yeah.
How do you know if you're getting even coverage if it's a crumpled ball?
What do you mean even coverage?
Yeah. How wide
If
is
it's
your
a crumpled
asshole?
ball and you're wiping, it's wiping at different heights and different
You're
measures and
also not
lengths.
shitting out a symmetrical log.
I'm just saying, if you have a flat piece and you wipe, it's covering everything equally at the same
I
time.
see what you mean, and I do.
Surface area is more important than.
Right. I think you're underestimating the size of the crumple.
Yeah, the crumple is pretty big. Also, the pressure, it will flatten, and then you just.
Because the reason.
How delicate are you?
The pressure.
Yeah,
Like
like
how
what are
hard
you
are you?
talking about now?
Like how hard you take it, and then you rub it against your ass, and so it'll flatten. It'll flatten naturally because you're pressing it down.
You're pressing it up.
Or well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like relative. Because even when you said front to back, that's what I do. But I, for some reason, had to think about it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It
There's
also seems incredibly wasteful for toilet
I think
paper.
that's what it is. It's just that it's wasteful. And I sometimes am wasteful because I'm so nervous about underdoing it and then getting poopy on my hands. And so I think I'm usually fighting against that.
I do like 3 squares max, and then it's like...
But 3 squares of what ply? Because if it's 3 ply, then that's 12 squares.
2 ply.
Yeah.
using 1-ply toilet paper.
It's not like he's using 1-ply and then going...
Yeah, I actually ply it myself. I get 1 ply and then I
actually de-ply it.
I fold it. Yeah, that way I save it.
I would like to say for the record, I don't use a ton of toilet paper. That was an exaggeration because I have a bidet. And so usually...
That's the real answer.
That's different. You can crumple all you want then. You're just wiping up water.
Yeah. Which really... I feel like bidets
You're like,
are...
I just use a sponge.
I just use a scrub daddy. It's crazy because at first it's so hard, but then when you get it under water...
When it gets moist, it softens up.
Yeah, he's not smiling when I shit on him.
Yeah.
I want to know a doctor's opinion on like wiping your ass etiquette. I saw a TikTok where a doctor was legitimately like, in the shower, when you clean your ass, you're actually supposed to stick your finger in your asshole a tiny bit and like clean the inside.
I do that.
Do you?
I do.
And I was like,
It's like
I've never done that.
I feel like you're creating like a seal, like a vacuum. You like
Just get
you like get a
Vaseline
little.
and, like-
It's like this.
That's how you know it's good.
That's how you know you're gonna.
Am I
get
clean?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Cool, yeah.
actually. Wash your ass, everybody.
Yeah.
But I do
Ethan's
wash your
learning now. He's like, okay, I gotta wipe my ass
have to
better. I gotta
wipe my
clean my
ass.
ass better.
Okay,
I gotta
so
floss.
you guys floss your ass and you toilet paper on your teeth.
I would like to say for the record, I wash my ass thoroughly in the shower, okay? And if anybody else out there is not washing your ass...
He shits in the shower.
Please.
Okay,
pissing
you're
in
gonna
the
be
shower.
30 soon, so like you're in like hemorrhoid territory.
I've never had a hemorrhoid.
I don't know what a hemorrhoid is.
It's when like the lining of like your ass like bulges out. It's kind of like a hernia,
Oh,
and it's like you have like a little like blood pouch on the outside or inside of your ass.
that's so bad.
So if you wipe, it's like it can like burst, and then you have like blood on the toilet paper.
Oh God.
But they can be in your ass as well, so you like shit blood.
Yeah, I've never had one of these.
You're probably not going to get one because you clean your asshole thoroughly.
Yes. No, but I need a bidet.
Yeah.
I want one. Now
You should get one. They're very...
You should get a bidet like those water pressure ones that like cut cameras in half.
Yeah.
That's what yeah.
You're like, whoa!
Yeah. Then I'll really have a hernia.
Bidets are game changing, and they've spoiled me quite a bit because now if I have to poop and there's no bidet, I don't like it.
I'm even more spoiled because I bought the one that has like you put your foot down and the seat goes up. So it has like the sensor, but if you sit down and then you get up, it flushes itself. So it has like a sensor in it. So sometimes I'll go to people's houses and I'll just like, I don't shit in friends' houses.
Another day at work.
I like go to wash my hands and then I'm like, why is it not flushing? And then I'm like, I could have just left this in there. Whoops.
That's so funny.
Oh, I have a story I want to tell so bad.
It's about shitting yourself because that's
no.
all we talk about.
No, it's not about shitting myself, but
Have you ever shit yourself?
This is our very first episode was me telling a very scathing story about me shitting myself and scooping my own shit out of my pants as at a 17-year-old.
Yeah, and then the following few episodes there was shit.
It kind of
themes.
became our thing.
Yeah,
I never shat myself, but
like not even like a
Idiot.
shart.
you know,
There's never
just
been
bubbled up down there.
no, I feel like I've got good asshole control where I can like, you know, when you can like let out a little bit of air, like I feel like I have like shart detection where I can go.
There's like blast.
I can let out a little fart. I can go. Or is this a fart? Like, is this a, or is this a? And then when I'm like, oh, too much air. That's a. We gotta code
We're
red.
at DEFCON 1 right now.
We gotta make a beeline to the bathroom right now.
I want to see a TV show called Shark Tank.
Whoa.
It's like you got to get your stuff in before you shit yourself.
Oh, I'm into that actually. But okay, so while I haven't shat myself I mean, I've like streaked.
Someone
before.
else has shat myself.
Yeah, someone else shat in my own pants. Very violent.
That's my favorite short joke is who shit my pants.
Shit, my pants.
It's so quick and succinct, and I've been trying to like find the best shortest joke ever.
Oh yeah,
That's a
I
pretty
look
good
at
and
it
that's like a 4-word joke.
very earnestly going, "Who shit my pants?"
Yeah. Who
it
shit my
Was it
pants?
you? No, you shit your own pants.
Just
Fuck
coming,
you. No, I didn't.
coming out of the bathroom at a dinner party and just like, all right, guys, who shit my pants?
Fess
Come
up,
on.
dude.
That's
if you
a-
just say it, I won't be mad.
That's an I think you should leave bit for sure. Who shit my pants? Was it you? Come on, you're wearing the same pants.
Come on. Wait, so you have not shit your pants?
No, but I've peed myself on purpose. When I was in high school, so this is like similar age, I guess, I'm 16, 15. I used to walk to and from high school, and I like didn't live near, well, like it was maybe a mile and a half or 2 miles or something to walk. And
You told me this story recently. I can't remember if it was
yeah,
on
it was on
Sad
our
Boys.
podcast. I'm telling everybody this story.
I haven't heard it, so please
No, but
fire away.
I don't fully understand. Okay, so I'm trying to
fully
get into
understand my own
the
actions.
psychology of it. But I was walking home and I was close to home, close enough that I was nervous my neighbors would see me peeing in the bushes or something. But far enough away from the toilet, so I thought it better to pee myself to kind of be in control of the situation.
I don't think that's what that was.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I was just like shy.
you power piss.
Yeah.
This is my decision.
I'm doing this for me.
This is because I wanted it.
self-care.
Yeah, I was worried you'd see me pissing in the bushes.
So instead I'm pissing myself. Oh, and I think it was raining.
Okay, that
So
makes
I
it
was
a little
like
better.
I can get away. It was Florida. So it was like a heavy downpour and I didn't have an umbrella and I was like, fuck it.
I'm just gonna let rip.
Yeah.
That's the story I was saying where I was like at my friend's house and he lived like 4 doors down, like really close. And I was like, I really got to shit, but I'm not going to shit in their toilet. It's like, I don't know shit etiquette at this house.
Right.
So I was like, I'm going to go home. And I like
oh no.
I was like cooking that one on a low heat.
Oh no.
And like halfway home,
It's weird how visual that
halfway
describes
home, just a log came out. And I remember specifically because it was starting to like thunder. And I remember like the dark clouds overhead. And it felt like it felt like a movie.
Yeah.
Were you getting hot flashes and everything?
God, my
Like,
fucking back teeth were floating.
I had food poisoning recently. It was like a stomach bug and
You sounded like you were making that up on the spot
I had,
to
like-
excuse yourself for shitting
yeah,
somewhere.
something was real wrong. I had some shitting disease. And I just exploded everywhere. No, but I hate being sick where you don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And if you have to go anywhere that's not home and comfortable, it's the scariest thing ever because or scariest shit ever is what I was originally gonna say. That works. Because you're like, this is a fucking Pandora's box. Who knows?
Yeah. Is this atomic or thermonuclear? I don't know.
Like,
No
I
idea.
could ruin someone's day
Yeah.
and my own. I could ruin someone's life.
That's what it's like living with IBS, man. You just walk around being like, I'm going to go fart in a toilet that's definitely a shit.
I'm gonna go fart.
That's what I said to him and Justin at brunch one day. I was like, I'm going to go do a fart that's definitely a shit.
Oh, that sucks because it's like your brain already has like faculties to tell you what
Yeah.
to expect, and it's lying to you.
Yeah.
But it's good that you know you've been fooled before. Fool me once.
Yeah. Shart me once, shame
once,
on me. Fool me once, shart on me.
Fool me twice. Shart my pants.
Shart on all of you. Who sharted my pants? We normally do like the advice section, but I'm like,
What if we just did one?
Could do one.
could do one.
I have to go fire it up. Esteemed Titans of Brain Leak, I'm asking for your best advice, as I've found myself in quite a predicament. Here's the situation. This summer, I have accepted a job working for my city. This job consists of cleaning public restrooms around the city. I'm doing it for the pay, not because I like it. Now, I understand that things happen, and I understand that things happen that are beyond our control. But when it gets to the point of pissing and shitting on the floor, I'm at my wit's end. How can I show the people of my city that the floor is in fact not where bodily fluid leaks belong? Humbly yours.
Well, I would be your best friend because I just shit myself.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
shit on the floor.
It's really kind of you, actually.
Yeah, it's a public service.
Not all heroes wear capes.
No.
Some wear diapers.
Some should wear diapers.
yeah.
I just wore my underwear and could never wore them again.
Well, but that's a you thing, which is hard because not everyone is as kind and benevolent as
Let's
you are.
give the city a name. Let's call it.
Indianapolis.
I was going to
Let's
say
call
like
it-
Pissing Town.
Let's call it Blacago.
I don't want to insult any particular city, so let's call it Boo York City.
Boo York
Dos
City.
Angeles.
Yes.
Dos
Los
Angeles.
Angeles.
I think you need to like turn it on the city. I think you just need to start saving up some shit. Anytime people come in, shit and piss on the floor, you just start putting that in a baggie.
I like that.
Start bringing it around, start tossing it out into the streets.
Well, this is
Like
this is
France
easy.
in the
In France in the early
Now.
this year.
yesterday.
I mean, I think you do what the United States has always done, and you tax it.
Tax shitting?
Yeah,
On
the
the
floor. On the floor. There's a
We said
shit
on the
tax.
floor like we're in like a shitting Pacific Rim robot.
You guys are linked.
We're like drift compatible, like, where we're like shitting on the floor. Our robot like squats down. Yeah, our robot like misses the toilet. And he's like, whoopsie.
Gypsy danger shitting.
I think a shit tax and a piss tax is in order.
How are you going to enforce that?
How do they
They
enforce?
can't
any
even
of them?
enforce real tax on some people.
True.
This is true. This is
The IRS, the IBS.
The IBS. Oh, that's really good. You know, okay, so you know how people you'll find out they're wanted for not paying their taxes, tax evasion, right?
Right.
So what if
I shit in an offshore account.
shit evasion? So you can get shamed on like the news for just shitting on the floor all the time. So like you keep a registry or something like that.
Cameras. Install cameras in the toilets.
yeah, that's good.
Some might say that's a human rights violation.
So shitting on the floor to that person.
That's true. And this is a segment called Bad Advice. So yes, do that.
Yeah.
My idea is have you know the prank where you put saran wrap over the toilet and then somebody pees on it and then it bounces back at them? What if you put saran wrap all
Sick
over the
prank, by the
floor? So when somebody pisses on the floor, it splashes back on them, and then they're disincentivized from.
I want to know if people are shitting on the floor, like they're just walking in and they're just dropping trout and then they just shit like this. They're just standing. Or if they're actually like squatting down to do it, because I say make the floor real slippery.
Ooh.
So when they go down,
surprised it's
sit down
already
to
not.
shit and then they just go whoop, straight in their own poop.
yeah.
Like how you put a dog's nose in its own pee to be like bad.
Yeah, and that's
Which never
good
works.
advice. Yeah, well, but it works in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you know what's funnily enough. I think the reason that people shit on the floor is because they're like, ew, gross. I don't want to put my butt on this public restroom seat. And my alternative,
The germs.
yeah, the germs, and then instead, I'm going to commit an IL war crime.
What if when you install a fecal detector in the bathroom? So
It's like the Planet Fitness lunk alarm.
yeah.
What is that?
You know about the lunk alarm?
If
The
you bring in
lunk
a
alarm.
water jug that's like a gallon and you drink out of that, then the lunk alarm goes off, right?
No.
No?
No, the lunk alarm is for dropping weights. So
it makes a lunk sound.
yeah.
I think I saw a meme where it was like guys who have those jugs are the people who would trigger a lunk alarm.
I mean, usually, yes, they are because they're the ones that are lifting the gigantic amount of
So
weights
you
and then
install
just
a
dropping
lump
them.
alarm
Yes.
that detects poop on the floor, and then when that happens, the door shuts and seals, and it turns into a saw jigsaw room
Oh, that's good.
where they have to saw their own leg off to get out.
Or it's like, at the very least, it shows you a visualization of the shit on the floor. Like, imagine it's like a white thing with black spots, and they're like, you have to make this clean. And then when you clean up the floor, it allows you to leave.
Yeah.
The room.
Or it just says, eat your own shit.
Oh god.
Maybe you just have to make the people do the work for you, because I feel like in recent years, stuff like Power Wash Sim has become really, really popular. People like the satisfying like.
Oh,
So
Offer free
maybe
power washing?
Yeah, maybe you just put a power wash thing in there, and then they can just clean it themselves because they'll want to see how satisfying.
I
it
like
is.
Saw Trap better. It just like an escape room. It closes, and you on the mic. It's like, clean it up. Clean up the shit.
Would you like to shit again? Would you like
Shit a game.
Sandra, you've been shitting on my floor for 4 years.
No, that's actually brilliant, because then at the end you make them realize that like they have an appreciation for
Yeah.
toilets.
You've been giving other people shit for years. Now it's time to get shit on.
Oh wow, I love this. You're a great jigsaw. To add on to your power washing idea, are y'all familiar with Ender's Game?
Yeah.
Okay, so in Ender's Game, spoiler alert, I guess, they're fighting these aliens. These kids are fighting these aliens, but they think it's a game. But in
It's
reality,
like training for like the future and when you're going to fight them.
yeah, but in reality, they're already doing it. So we rig up Power Wash Simulator, the video game, but then the people playing the video game are controlling real situations.
Controlling real people.
Whoa. It's like that
Oh
movie
yeah.
Gamer.
Now I went too far.
Yes, if you shit in the game, you shit in real life.
Yeah, I
shit
think
in
someone's
VR,
going to have
you
to cut
shit
their
in
own
real
leg off if they're shitting on the floor. I had that happen. I don't know if you're familiar with Tesco in England.
Of it.
What?
And not to me.
You've cut your own leg off.
I was walking through a Tesco aisle when I was in college, and there was just shit on the floor, in the middle of the floor. And it wasn't like, oh, somebody's kid had to go to the bathroom, so they did it, and they got embarrassed and left. It was a human log. Someone laid cable in the middle of a Tesco.
Laying cable is a good one I haven't heard.
Fucking throwing snakes.
Bro, why do you have so many of these?
That was
Do
fun.
you have another one?
Laying pipe.
Okay.
That's like
That's
laying
kind
cable.
of. Isn't laying pipe having sex?
Yeah, that one's having sex.
Yeah, but it
I
can
mean, hey,
work both
same
ways.
difference.
Same thing.
Some people are into that. Laying pipe while you lay pipe.
This is true. This is true. Maybe in the metaverse. Maybe in.
Maybe in what's the name of it?
Someone's definitely
New Horizons,
shitting while they're at Gatsby's.
I was like, say it. Say the name of Mark Zuckerberg's VR thing. I've said it 100 times this episode. What is it called?
Meta's Horizon New Worlds.
I thought it was.
Horizon Crossing Animal World.
I literally thought it was Metaverse New Horizons. Is that what it is?
What is it?
What is it?
It's such a bad name. It's Meta Horizon Worlds.
Oh, I was going to say that, but I was like,
Yeah.
that's not long enough to be
Horizon
stupid.
Worlds.
It is,
But it's just long
bad
enough to be
Yeah,
so-
it's just long enough to be bad.
Well, thank you, Jarvis, for being on the podcast.
Thank you
what
so
a-
much
what a
for
joy.
coming on here.
I'm sorry that all we talked about was the metaverse and shitting.
That's all I talk about, so I'm at home.
Jarvis, if people want more of you, where
they don't
where
have
can
to
they
do that.
where can they find you?
I'm just it's like youtube.com/Jarvis. That's me.
Now, is that coming out on your normal Jarvis Johnson
It
or
is.
Jarvis Johnson Gold?
It's regular Jarvis Johnson. You can also check out other videos on Jarvis Johnson Gold. Like I found a guy who does pranks, and he's kind of weird.
Yeah. Jarvis also does his own podcast with his friend.
That both of us were on.
Yeah.
we
Separately.
were on. So go watch those episodes.
So you can listen to the Jacksepticeye and the formerly Crank, now Ethan Nestor episodes of Sad Boys.
Yeah.
A podcast about feelings and other things also.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
Great.
so much for coming on the
Thanks for
podcast.
leaking with us.
Hey,
Second guest ever, by the way.
It's a great leak in more ways than one.
Wow.
I pissed myself.